Zoro used to laugh, not the quiet smirk we see today. Real laughter, the kind that made him feel human, not just dangerous. But somewhere along the journey, that laughter disappeared. And it wasn't because Zoro became colder, it's because the world forced him to grow heavier. Today, we're breaking down the exact moments that changed Zoro forever, and why his silence speaks louder than any joke ever could. There is one moment that truly reshaped him, and it's not the one most fans expect. In a world as massive as One Piece, characters don't change overnight. They evolve slowly. And Zoro's transformation is one of the most subtle, yet one of the most powerful in the entire series. Early on, Zoro wasn't just strong, he was relaxed. He joked with Luffy, he argued endlessly with Sanji, and he laughed without hesitation. Back then, Zoro fought for himself. His dream was simple, to become the world's greatest swordsman. There were no expectations placed on him, no lives depending on him, no future resting on his shoulders. Just ambition, determination, and the blade in his hands. But that version of Zoro could never survive what was coming. And deep down, Zoro knew it. The first real shift happened at Thriller Bark. Zoro's encounter with Bartholomew Kuma wasn't just another fight, it was a test of how much pain a man could endure without breaking. When Zoro took Luffy's pain onto himself, it wasn't dramatic, it wasn't heroic, it was silent. No one asked him to do it, no one praised him for it. He chose suffering without hesitation. And when Sanji found him afterward, barely standing, bloodied but alive, Zoro said nothing. That silence wasn't weakness, it was acceptance, because Zoro learned something that night. Being strong doesn't mean being celebrated. Sometimes being strong means being alone. From that moment on, Zoro stopped laughing for fun, because laughter became a luxury he could no longer afford. Then came the separation. For 2 years, Zoro trained under Dracula Mihawk, the very man he swore to surpass. Zoro bowed his head, not because he was weak, but because he understood the truth. He wasn't enough. While Zoro trained, the rest of the crew suffered. The world kept moving forward. Battles were lost, lives were taken, and when Zoro finally returned, stronger than ever, he learned about Ace. That loss stayed with him, because strength didn't prevent it, and Zoro realized something painful. Power can't save everything. That realization changed his purpose. From that moment on, Zoro no longer trained just to chase his dream. He trained to make sure he would never be helpless again. People often talk about Zoro's duel with Mihawk as a defeat, but that's not what it truly was. It was an awakening. Mihawk didn't just overpower Zoro, he exposed him. He showed Zoro the distance between ambition and reality. Zoro learned that raw desire wasn't enough, that talent without discipline meant nothing, that pride had to be sacrificed before greatness could be earned. After that fight, Zoro didn't just want to win, he wanted to endure. And endurance leaves no room for carelessness. As the Straw Hat crew grew stronger, someone had to become their anchor. Someone had to stay calm when things fell apart. That role fell to Zoro. Not the loudest voice, not the leader, but the one who would step forward when everything collapsed. Zoro stopped joking because he started watching. Watching threats, watching weaknesses, watching over Luffy. His silence isn't emptiness, it's focus. Every laugh he doesn't give is strength he saves for later. Here's the truth most people miss. Zoro didn't lose his happiness. He chose responsibility over expression. His humor still exists. It's just buried beneath discipline. Because Zoro understands something most people don't. The stronger you become, the less room you have to be careless. That isn't sadness, that's maturity. Maybe one day, when the journey finally ends, when the dream is fulfilled, when the swords are set down for good, we'll hear Zoro laugh again. Not because the world became lighter, but because he carried its weight long enough. Until then, his silence is his strength. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more anime deep dives. Because in One Piece, the quietest characters often carry the heaviest stories.